Hello and welcome. My name is Professor William Corder, and I am the instructor for this Physical Geography and the Environment 101 lab, number 34978, that runs from February 25th at 4 p.m. through June 8th at 11:59 p.m. 2024 in this 14-week semester format at Santa Ana College. Canvas suggests using Chrome or Firefox rather than Safari, although I'm using Safari as I'm recording this. They also suggest that you clear your cache to ensure the fluidity of the functioning of your system. If you don't know how to do that, YouTube has lots of videos on how to do it. Also, I would strongly suggest that you input Canvas's phone number into your phone. It's in my phone. That number is 844-612-7428. They are available to you 24/7 free of charge because you are a student in this class, and I have found them to be extremely helpful. So I'm going to tell you a quick story before I walk you through how to get onto the class and some of the things about the lab class that you're about ready to take in an online format. So I work out at the YMCA near my house, and there's a guy in there that I run into from time to time and I work out with. You can see that I have a dental appointment tomorrow. That's great that it showed up. What else do I need to know? Let's get rid of that. Sorry. Forget about that part too. Okay, there we go. Good. So those things are gone. Anyway, I work out with this guy, and I actually saw him today. His name is Gabe, like G-A-B-E. And when he found out I was a geography instructor, he said to me, I didn't realize how important geography was until I got to Vietnam. So he's a Vietnam vet. He's a bit older than me. And you can imagine why that would be the case, because when you're fighting a war, you need to understand coordinates and latitude, longitude, and topography and be able to read maps. You need to understand culture. You need to understand meteorology and climatology. And so what I'm telling you is that geography is really a cross-disciplinary subject, and I hope you find it to be that way. So let's go through how you deal with this class. First thing you want to do is type in sac.edu, like you see right there, sac.edu, and this page or a similar page is going to show up. You come over here and you click on Canvas, and that's going to lead you to this bronze login to Canvas banner, and then when you click on that, it'll allow you to input your information, and then boom, what's going to show up is your Canvas dashboard. Now this is my Canvas dashboard, so it probably looks a little bit different from yours, unless you're taking every class that I teach. But you look for the class, and here it is, Geography 101 Lab number 34978. Click on that, and what's going to show up is called your Canvas course homepage. So this is the homepage. It says right here, start here. Probably a good place to start. I would strongly suggest that you read through all of this stuff that's here, give you a little idea of what's going to happen. Notice that you're going to see over and over, deadlines matter, because in this class, deadlines really do matter. So make sure that you meet all deadlines because there are no makeups, retakes, or redos on anything. Click back over here to home. There is a syllabus quiz that happens the first week of the semester. And in fact, the assignments from Module 1, the first module you're going to do, must be completed by Saturday, March 2nd at 11:59 p.m., or I'm required to drop you by both the college and the state of California. Those two assignments that you have to get done are the syllabus quiz, okay, so this is a quiz on the syllabus, and the introductory lab, okay? Let's click on the syllabus right here, that tab. The syllabus would and should open up auto for you. Notice deadlines matter, there it is again. I'm going to go through this really quickly. So here's the syllabus for your class. Make sure you read through this. Here's the no-show information. So that tells you that you have to get these two assignments done or I have to drop you. Canvas contact information. There's that same phone number. Disclaimer. The instructor reserves the right to modify this syllabus course overview if needed. Do you know who the instructor is for this class? Guess who? Raise your hand if you know. That is correct. It's me. Instructor contact information. Here's how you contact me. Course name, description, format, textbook. There is no textbook for this class. All of the information that you need is contained within the modules themselves. Course placement and transferability. So what it does for you, the DSPS statement. If you're a DSPS student, please get that documentation to me as quickly as possible so I can accommodate you appropriately as quickly as possible. Also, student learning outcomes, course objectives, course topics, attendance, course grading. Notice there's a 14-point syllabus quiz. Lab quizzes worth varying points, included in each one of the labs. 100-point midterm, 100-point final exam. Notice this is basically a straight grading scale. Also notice no exams will be dropped, no lab quiz will be dropped, syllabus quiz will not be dropped. There are no makeups, retakes, or redos on any graded assignment. A 0 will be assigned for all quizzes and exams that are not completed. Once a graded assignment, quiz, or exam closes, it cannot be reopened. This is the schedule for the semester. Please look through that. It tells you how many points there are per lab exercise and so on. Canvas course site, technical support, required technology. Obviously, you have to have appropriate technology if you're taking an online class, academic honesty, and student code of conduct. Assignment to Canvas, the important dates for the semester. Notice the final exam will be open from 12 a.m. on Wednesday, June 5th through 11:59 p.m. on Saturday, June 8th. Miscellaneous, and then Title IX. Okay, let's come back over here to Home. There we go. And let's click on the modules, because that's where we're going to be going through the class. So here's course information start here. I would read through each one of these. It's not that much stuff on it, but I would read through it. For example, let me open one up. Instructor contact, for example. And in instructor contact bio, something about me, emailing me. Please read through this stuff about emailing me before you send me an email. It's also on the syllabus page as well. But just, gives you some information on how to email, so it's an appropriate kind of email for a college class. There's the resources, and then Module 1. So what I would do if I was you is this. On each one of these modules, I would click on the Module 1 introduction. So in Module 2, the Module 2 introduction. I would read through this, not very long, and watch this very brief video. It's like 1 minute or so. Backspace, you can hear my neighbors are making a bunch of noise. And here's the syllabus quiz. So this is a syllabus quiz. What you want to do is read through the syllabus, maybe even have it open while you take it. Make sure you read through these instructions, and then take the syllabus quiz. All right, remember you have to have that done by March 2nd at 11:59 p.m. I'm going to keep going backspace. We could click next down at the bottom and get to it, but I just want to see what we're looking at. Introductory lab. So what's going to happen is this lab is going to open up for you, and what I would strongly suggest you do is complete the lab. Read through the lab, complete all the exercises. Here's exercise 1. Before you take the lab quiz in every single one of the labs, make sure you do that. You don't turn this into me, just have that completed, because a lot of the questions, almost all the questions on the lab quiz at the end of each one of the modules, indeed, they're based on these questions, if not exactly these questions. Okay? Backspace again. Yep, I know I'm backspacing a lot. And then you can see there's something here. It says pH scale explanation. There's a little video here. It explains the pH scale. You need to know the pH scale in order to be able to answer the questions on the lab. Introductory lab, exercise 2, water experiment. There I am doing a water experiment for you. So you're going to watch that in order to be able to answer the exercise 2's questions. And then once you've done all of that, you've got the lab document completed, the thing to do then is to click on Introductory Lab Quiz and read the instructions, and then take the quiz, which is based on that lab. All right, let me click back over here again. Notice that the graded assignments are always going to be indented one place. Okay, you can see that. There's 2 in Module 1, both of which you need to get done. In Module 2, there's only 1. You can see it down here. It's indented one place. Here's some demonstrations that help you understand what's happening with the geographic grid. It's the same format. You go through, there's my lectures. Anytime you see more about the analemma, you do not have to watch the more about videos. Those are somebody else talking about these things, but you may want somebody else's voice just to have a different perspective on it. Same thing down here, Module 4. Okay, you can see Lab 3, Module 5, Module 6, Module 7, Module 8. Okay, there you go. Module 8, we have the midterm, and then we go through the rest of the modules until we get to Module 16, where you have the final exam. Okay, you have any questions on the way this is going to work? We click back over here to Home. So I have a question for you. Here's the question. Would you like 5 extra credit points on your midterm exam? The thing I just showed you that's in Module 8. Would you like 5? Raise your hand if you want those 5 extra credit points. Hey, wow, shocking. Most people don't seem to be raising their hand. That's fascinating to me. So you really don't want it? Okay, well, so if you don't want it, you don't want it. I guess you're going to do great in the class and you don't need that extra credit points. But for the several of you that I see with your hands up, here's the way you get that 5 extra credit points. This is what you're going to do. You're going to email me or message me through Canvas with the name of the guy from the YMCA that I spoke about at the beginning of this video. And what you do is you put the name of the class, which is Geography 101 Lab, number 34978, and his name in the subject bar of the email, and then put your name in the body of the email. This must reach me by 11:59 p.m. on March 2nd in order to receive those points. And by the way, if you look toward the bottom of the welcome email that I sent you that this video is attached to, notice this, that there's 5 extra credit points there too, but I see that some of you don't actually want those 5 extra credit points. So that means you get 10 off of the welcome email plus this video if you just do what you're supposed to do. How do you like that? And here's a deep, dark secret. This will happen multiple times throughout the semester, and it's not going to require any more work than you just emailing me and saying you saw the thing or responding in whatever way I'm asking you to respond. All right? So very easy, multiple times, free points just by doing the right thing. All right, let's have a great spring 2024 semester.